One.
Good afternoon, America. This is Dr. Donald R. Evans coming to you from Mound, Bayou, Mississippi. That's the oldest official municipality of black people in these United States of America. This is a very historic town. But I'm not here to give you the history of Mound Bayou. I'm here to tell you about me, who I am, what am I doing, what are my goals in life, what are my feelings, what are my passions. All of that has to do with one word: family. Family. We are black families in the United States of America. The organization representing the black families in America is the National African American Family Reunion Association. NAFRA is the acronym. It is a non-profit organization, and the purpose of it is to bring all African in this country, black, together into one organization that they may take care of themselves, and for now, looking forward, get off of the bottom of the societal ladder where we've been ever since we came out of physical slavery. And now is the day that has arrived. It's time. It's our time to do something for ourselves. And the only thing that is missing is our families coming together, registering, and resources in our hands in order for us to do for ourselves what nobody else has kept their word for doing. And we're going to discuss that today. But right now, there is a man that did everything that he possibly could and put his life on the line. His name is Martin Luther King, and we call him our king. Our king was taken down in Memphis, Tennessee. And Memphis, Tennessee, neither America has responded, I think, the way it should have. When that man went down, rioting and burning and destroying property, was no proper way to honor Dr. King. That was not Dr. King. So that is one of the things I want you to understand. June the 19th, from now on, will be remembered as Dr. King Remembrance Day. We are remembering our King. June the 19th. We call it Juneteenth. There's also something else that I want you to understand. There's a young lady running all over America. Her name is Opal Lee. She's 93 years old now. She's been here to Mound Bayou, and everybody in Mound Bayou got the opportunity to see that 93-year-old out here walking around like she was 45. And at the time, I was suffering a little bit with a bad leg, and I couldn't join her, and it really embarrassed me because I'm younger than she is. I'm only 92. But I did think of a 93 sister that is the same age my sister was when she transitioned and went home to be with the ancestors. So when I first saw this young lady, I told her, I need a big sister to watch over me and take care of me. So I need to adopt you as my sister. And you need to adopt me as your little brother to keep me out of trouble. And she said, I got you back, don't worry about it, I got you. If they bother you, to let them know that Opal is coming after them. And you know, that was the most dearest thing that I could ever hear, because She is so tiny and sweet, and here I am when I put my shoes on. I stand 6'3". And she and I talked when she spent one night in my house and left before day in the morning because there was a child in Fort Worth, Texas, where she come from, that was going before juries that they were trying to put him in prison. And he was just getting ready to get married. And she got out and went down to Jackson, got on an airplane, and flew out of there and went back to Fort Worth to be in court, to stop what was happening. Now that I have said that, we're going to have that day also as Oprah Recognition Day. Getting back to what I'm primarily here for is to let you know that the reason why I am rushed to get my membership back up, because from 2012, when this organization was organized in Dallas, Texas, I had been building this membership. But there are satanic forces that always attack you whenever you're making progress and you're black. And I was hacked. When I mean I was hacked, my organization was taken down and I lost all those membership because it was not insured with hack-free protection. So somebody thought that they were doing me damage. They hacked us. Now we're building the membership again. I'm in the process of reaching out to veterans all across Black Folk America. I'm asking veterans to man up and form chapters so that we can make sure that every black person in that city is registered to vote, and every black person in that city eligible will be registered into this organization called NAPRA.world. We'll pull up the website. Now, why do we need to do these things? We have had promises from both parties every time there's a presidential election, including the time when President Obama was elected. We showed up more than we have at any other time and voted, and he came into office. But the change that we were expecting did not occur. While he was being sworn in, there were Republicans in a place in Washington, D.C. having a meeting, and it got into the news media, so it's no lie what I'm telling you, and promised that they would not let him be successful. They would not let him get credit for anything that would bring credit to his legacy. They were not going to let that happen. Now this is while he's being sworn in, and helping the one that was swearing him in with what he was supposed to say, because he's that much of an attorney, and he's a good attorney. But America was willing to be held hostage in order to keep that man from being successful. But in spite of that, when our God has his hand on you, you will get through. And I want you to understand he was successful to a degree, but not to the level that we were expecting. But we have got to put up numbers this time, even greater than those that were put up for President Obama. And when I say we've got to put up greater numbers, I'm saying that we have got to vote. We all must vote and understand this. We are first-class citizens, every one of us. No one tells us who to vote for or how to vote. First-class citizens have a right to vote. They are obligated to vote. If they love this nation the way I do, you vote. That's where your power is, in your vote. Both political parties need the black vote. They're already talking about it. They're even encouraging Brother Biden to appoint a black mate, female, in order to, I'm sure, cover favoritism to the black voting public. But brother, that's the wrong way to get my vote. I am a World War II veteran. I was voted into the military before the war was over. Japan had not come to the conference table and signed the peace agreement. That made me a veteran of the Second World War when I was drafted in. I grew up in the military. I reached my manhood in the military. And I want you to understand, if you can find a black man or a white man in the United States of America that love this land, understand what I just got through saying to you. I said love this land any better than the man talking to you. I wish you would bring him for me so I can look him in the eyes and have him to tell me something that I don't know that makes him love America as much as I do. Now the reason why I'm telling you this, how do you think I felt when Cap took a knee and it was put out there that he was being disrespectful to the flag? I saluted that flag for 26 years. And I didn't think that he was being disrespectful to the flag. I thought he was calling attention to the flag to help him to get attention to the number of black people that were being killed in the United States of America and people getting off scot-free. That's what he was seeking to do. But then that didn't happen. So let me stay on focus here. We are in the process of making Juneteenth out of Memphis, Tennessee, Chocolate City Unification Day. Now for those of you that don't know what chocolate means black, come on. I mean, don't play me. Chocolate means black. And we're asking all black chocolate cities across America to come together, be supportive of one another, starting with the #1 chocolate city in the world is that one up there in Detroit, Motor City. And y'all know so much of our culture came out of Detroit. But now it is time for us to start bringing unification into these chocolate cities so that we can start to changing them and beautifying them and making them worthy of being a chocolate city. Getting back on point, building up our membership, getting the resources in our hands that we need. And we need resources, and I'm coming after you to give you a proposition. All of you billionaires that made your money here in the United States of America on the foundation that the slaves built under this nation, I'm asking you to set some billions aside on both parties to put in the hands of the slave descendants so that we can start to cleaning up all of these chocolate cities that have black mayors, and the cities are rotting away because there's no industry there. To clean these cities up and to make them productive, to buy land around the cities and build communities in order for us to have our own space. And if you do nothing else, because I know when I invite you to read that message to the black man written by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad of the Nation of Islam that was taught by Farad, and he got people out of prison. That's where he brought Malcolm from. I know Brother Malcolm. And I had an Indian chief in Los Angeles say, when Brother Malcolm is speaking, I can feel him walking around in my heart. I too feel Malcolm walking around in my heart. And there are some others that I feel the same way. Martin Luther King, Medgar Evers, the brother over across the pond, Mandela, another brother out of Chicago, St. Louis, and that brother, as all of y'all know, that's Dick Gregory. I'm still standing and I'm living the longevity of these brothers. That log is on my shoulders. And if you think that I'm not going to let people know how much I love America and how much that this ground in America, that this foundation sits on, is holy ground to the black man and the black woman and the black child, because it's the burial ground of our slave foremothers. I want you to understand this recording that is being filmed is to help me to get it out there so that all of you will understand what is being said. I am not a man of hatred. This color that you see in me wear is to make America safe. Understand what I'm saying, safe. We need America to be safe. All of us must work to make America safe. And when you see brothers on the highway with this color on, they're making the highway safe so you can drive to where you have to get to with your family in the car. Making America safe is the chore that all of us have to face. It's already great. And there's no way in the world it could be anything but great. When my identity came from the loins of my slave grandmothers that was raped, counter-raped, and re-raped in order for me to have my identity. I am a black American and proud of every inch of it. I want to thank you. There will be more to come from this man that you're talking to. Are you listening to talk? And I want you to understand. I say it in honesty. God bless America and make it safe for every living human being in America. Thank you.